What's up, garden nerds? Today we're gonna nerd out over my favorite shrub, the Orange Jubilee. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video. Come on, let's go. All right guys, today we are here in front of my favorite shrub, the Orange Jubilee. No, we're not talking fruit trees, we're not talking vegetables, we're not talking anything edible. However, I still love to plant things that aren't fruit or aren't vegetables. It's fun to plant things, and they're also very beneficial in your yard when you're trying to create and grow a lot of fruit trees. They can help in a lot of ways. So let's talk about the Orange Jubilee and why I love it. So first of all, it's the Orange Jubilee. It's part of the Tecoma family. I personally like the Orange Jubilee. I like the orange flowers, but you can also get it in a yellow color. You can also get it in kind of like a dark reddish. Here in Arizona, they call it the Sparky because it's kind of like ASU colors. But here's what I found. Out of all the varieties and all the different colors, I prefer the Orange Jubilee. Why do I prefer the Orange Jubilee? I prefer it because it seems to grow faster than the other varieties, and it seems to handle the cold better. So let's talk about that. So the Orange Jubilee, it loves full sun. It wants full sun. Put it in the hottest place in the yard and it will grow, and it will grow fast. However, it likes full sun, but it does not like the cold. If it gets below freezing, if we get a frost, it's gonna suffer during the winter. Like I said, the Orange Jubilee, it doesn't suffer as bad. Things like the yellow bells, which is just the yellow version, or like the Sparky version, they seem to get hit a lot harder by the cold. So again, that's the reason that I like the Orange Jubilee. But on any variety, if they get hit by the cold and they die back, you just cut it, and once it's established, I mean, it's gonna grow back fast. Within a few months into the warm season, by May, by June, you won't ever know that it got hit by the cold and that you cut it back. Okay, another reason why I love the Orange Jubilee, it does not take a lot of water. Once it's established, you really don't have to give it any direct water. This is one of those trees that I love. So obviously around here, you can see I'm watering my avocado tree, I'm watering my peach tree on the other side, but I'm not giving any direct water to this Orange Jubilee. And look at it, it's beautiful, it's healthy, it doesn't look like it's being starved for water at all. So that's one of the benefits of growing Orange Jubilee in a desert climate. And by the way, the Orange Jubilee can grow just fine anywhere along the western United States, all the way down into the southern states. Pretty much anywhere where it's decently warm and it doesn't get too cold, the Orange Jubilee can grow, and it's beautiful. Another great thing about the Orange Jubilee is it will have these awesome orange flowers almost year round, basically from March or April all the way up until October or November. So pretty much all the warm months, it's gonna have these awesome looking flowers on it. For me in my yard, I tend to have a more growing out of control yard. I don't like to trim things nice and neat. So you can grow your Orange Jubilee just like a crazy shrub without cutting it, without any uniform to it, but you can also trim it and keep it in whatever shape you want. There's a lot of people that grow it in a straight box looking shrub. They have a bunch of them along a fence line and it's nicely trimmed. You can do that. But just know if you do that, you're always gonna be trimming it, so you're not gonna have as many flowers. If you let it grow wild like this, there's gonna constantly be flowers on it. So the Orange Jubilee can get really big. You can see this one has been in the ground for a while. It's probably 10 feet tall, probably taller than that, but they can get up to 15 feet tall and 8 feet wide. And again, they grow really, really fast. So when you plant it, you can go to the nursery and you can buy a small plant, put it in the ground, and by the way, when you plant it, I talk a lot about amending the soil. When you plant it, you really don't need to amend the soil. In fact, I would recommend that you don't amend the soil, because if you don't amend the soil, it's gonna get used to and it's gonna grow into the native soil, and it's not gonna need as much water as it grows and as it gets bigger. If you amend the soil, it's gonna want more water, it's gonna require more water. So I would recommend on this one, don't amend the soil, plop it right in the native ground and let it start growing. Also, something that's really cool, I've seen other people do it, I have not done it myself, but you can grow this instead of a shrub, you can grow it into a tree form. It takes a little more time to grow it that way, and it takes a lot of work and effort because you have to train it into a single stump, into a single branch, but it can be done, and if you look at pictures online, it looks really, really cool. So that's one option. Okay, when it comes to using the Orange Jubilee to help with your fruit trees, here's what I do. I use it to create a microclimate. I use it to create a windshield. I use it to create shade. So if you look right here, I have an avocado tree. Avocado trees in Arizona in the desert climates are very, very sensitive to the sun. They don't like to get a lot of sun. So what have I done? Here on the east side of the avocado, I've planted this Orange Jubilee. And you can see it pretty much shades it all day, all morning sun, it's gonna shade it. It's even hanging over the avocado tree to where midday sun, it's gonna give it some shade. So you can use these and plant them strategically, and again, they grow fast, so you can get fast, quick shade to shade things like your avocado trees and other things that are more sensitive. I also have a mango tree that I've used, and I planted the Orange Jubilee on the west side so that the mango tree won't get the direct afternoon sun. And that seems to help the mango tree a lot. So you can use these and place them strategically in your yard to help with all your more sensitive trees that don't like so much heat and don't like so much sun. Okay, and then the last reason why I love the Orange Jubilee is because not only do I love them, but the hummingbirds love them and the bees love them. Almost all day long. You can come out here in the yard, and by the way, I have like 5 or 6 of these in my backyard because I love them. You can come out here almost all day long and you can see tons of bees all over it. You can see tons of hummingbirds over it. It's really, really cool. If you want to bring some cool wildlife into your backyard, plant an Orange Jubilee. It looks beautiful, it grows fast. Bees, hummingbirds love it. Everybody loves it. If you live in a hot desert climate, you want to plant an Orange Jubilee. You want to bring some life, some color into your backyard instead of the boring desert landscape. So if you're looking for a good shrub to plant, try the Orange Jubilee. You will love it. All right, guys, thank you as always for watching. I really appreciate it. Please make sure that you've liked this video. Please make sure that you're subscribed to this channel. And please, as always, if you have any suggestions as to what videos you'd like to see, comment below. I'm always more than happy to make the videos that you want to see. Thanks, guys.